Okay, so you may have seen my other video about upping on a 250cc scooter. In this video I'm going to give you a bit more information on that, because I think it's essential that you know the basics before you risk putting anybody on the back of your bike. So here the main thing you want to do is make sure you know how your bike performs, as well as slow maneuvers. So right now we're in a car park. The safest place for you with a new person is either a car park or a location where there's not much traffic, just to let you feel the balance of the bike. If you can control a person or something on your back of your bike similar in weight to yourself, which is basically double the weight on your scooter or bike, you'll be a lot better on handling the bike and handling situations. We all know it, two wheels are more vulnerable than four wheels, so you want to make sure that everything you do is in the best interest of your passenger safety. So it goes without saying, make sure they have all the right equipment: helmet, gloves, jacket, good shoes, sturdy equipment to handle the journey. If you're taking someone on the back of your bike, make sure you're familiar with the suspension, the preload, and adjusting that for their weight. All I'm doing right now is giving you a quick view of a car park and me doing slow maneuvers. So what we're basically doing is, if you're taking a passenger on the back of your bike for the first time, you want to go back to basics. So if you remember your basic training in motorcycle riding, you did car park assessment, then you were out on road. So that's what we're basically imitating, but with a difference, because the load is spread out differently. We've got a passenger. So let's do a few little movements there. You saw me do a couple of figure of eights, some tight locked wheel adjustments, and obviously that will all help you. Also, during this process you want to do some extra mounts and dismounts of the bike to make sure that they know how to do that properly. They need to wait for your instructions, so you can tell them when to get off the bike, when to get on the bike, and also give them a demonstration if you need to of how to get on the bike. So that's a example of how you can do that. So make sure when you're on the bike you're ready and you're braced, you have your brakes covered, both feet planted flat on the ground, and you give the signal for "yeah, I'm ready for you," and then the passenger can just step over and get onto the bike. This may be difficult if they're slightly shorter, so make sure you're explaining this to them and advising them what you want to do. We've been riding for a little while, so we both move on the bike as we need to get the balance when turning. However, if you're new to this, you might want to tell your passenger just to stay still. So treat them like a dead weight sack of potatoes on the back of your bike. If you can handle them while they're on the back of your bike without any movement, then you know what's going to happen. If their unpredicted movement happens, like you're turning and they lean in, you might not be used to that, but because we've done it for a while, we both are in tune with how much we lean and how the balance of the bike affects the turn. So this is something to help you, hopefully, also to see how a 250cc scooter can handle two people on a bike, and how this looks in terms of the balance of the bike and how it would cope. To be honest, it can comfortably get up to highway speeds. You can overtake traffic and still be normal riding with another person on the bike. So 250cc is more than adequate for riding around town and long rides. So here you're seeing me basically give a debrief of how the bike reacts, how you can give them extra pointers to say you need to be ensuring that you're flat on your feet on the pegs, try not to rock about, move about, all the little things that you notice. Do a little bit of riding in the car park, let them feel how it feels, and also what you want them to do if you brake sharply and suddenly. Slowly build up to that. Ideally you want them to push down on their seat so that they're not pushing into you. Can be tricky, but you want the balance to be on the rear wheel. Using your back brake will be a lot better because you have weight over your back wheel as well. So this is a quick look at how to ride and get some extra tips and techniques in a car park to make sure you're safe when you're riding pillion. And yep, that's it for this one. Make sure to check out my other video where I talk about passengers and pillions, which I'll link in the end cards.